Good afternoon, TICA family. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We do have quite a few people that are joining in, being admitted from the lobby. So we appreciate everybody being prompt and on time. My name is Daryl Roberts. I'll be the presenter for today and want to send a special thank you to all of our potential future members and, all of our mobile vendors that are in the community that took the time out to whether you were on a route today or doing your normal business, but to join our call and just kind of understand a little bit more about the association and some of the good things we've been doing for mobile vending. We do have a Q&A session that we will have for the call. I feel free to monitor or look at any of the chats that are going on. We do encourage everybody to use the chat facilitation as far as questions, but know that at the end of everything that we do present, you will have the opportunity to not only ask any questions to myself or any of the other presenters, but also we have quite a few manufacturers on the call. So we do want to say a special thank you to all the manufacturers that were able to join. I will call those individuals out here in a little bit, but that's what we're about as a association, is just bringing everybody together for the love of ice cream. So with that, we'll jump into some of the information here, and hopefully it's very informative, and hopefully everybody is able to take some things out of this. Gina, if you could advance for me. So why are we here? So we are calling this session Suppliers in Action, the TICA impact on mobile vending. For those of you that are not familiar with our association, if you can go to the next slide, I'll take you through a kind of brief overview. But first and foremost, I want to introduce you to the presenters for today and to the people that have been working on the committee. So basically, you have myself, as I said earlier. My name is Daryl Roberts. I work for Yummy Ice Cream, based out of Texas. And I have the honor and privilege of serving on the board of directors for TICA on the marketing committee. With us today also, you have Max Ginsberg from New England Ice Cream. Max is a third generation person with New England, and he has been very instrumental in helping us come up with some ideas and some different things for the mobile vending channel through TICA. You have Jamie Torres with the Magnum Ice Cream Company, and Jamie actually has some information that she'll be sharing with you guys in regards to Magnum specifically. But know that the information that she is sharing, also, we have several manufacturers that, have similar type items and similar type things that they're doing for vending. So this is where we do encourage a lot of questions at the end if you have a question for a specific manufacturer that may be on the call. And last but not least, we have Tasha with Mama P's Ice Cream. Wouldn't be too smart to talk about vending and talk about all the things that we can potentially accomplish if we didn't have a representative from the mobile vending community, an actual owner operator. Tasha has been a member of TICA for many years and really been instrumental in helping streamline and help us with some of the ideas and some of the things that we're looking for not only 2026, but above and beyond as well. So the four individuals that you see on the screen, just to kind of set it up for you, we have met on the monthly basis, basically since September, October of last year. And it really is all in the effort to try to encourage more mobile vendors to, know more about the association, but also put tools and put things in place through the association that help mobile vending and help the overall segment itself. So TICA was actually started with mobile vending. We have not lost any type of, strength and guidance that, we look at for the channel. So hopefully on this call, you will take out some things that, you can see that we are definitely committed to this channel for the long run. Okay. So next slide, please. So looking at the agenda, I'll take everybody through kind of who is TICA. Really, that portion is more for our guests that are on the call that maybe aren't members. Maybe you know a little bit about TICA. Maybe the name has come up before, but just kind of wanted to do a quick overview of who we are. I did want to take everybody through the goals that we have in place for 2026, and this is goals that we just kind of established so far. Obviously, this won't be the end. We are looking for any feedback that anybody maybe wants to give in relation to what we should have as a goal. But we feel like we've come up with, 4 or 5 topics that really hit the core of mobile vending and that we feel like we can take on as a committee and as a group to, help give back to the, channel of mobile vending itself. So I'll take you through what some of those things are and where we stand on those things. Then we will have Jamie speak as far as some industry spotlights and trends. Again, strong notation that she is representing the Magnum Ice Cream Company, but with so many manufacturers on the call today, even in the takeout or the takeaway presentation that we send, any information that any of those manufacturers want to share will be included as well. But we did want to just kind of highlight some of the industry trends that we're seeing, and Magnum was able to bring some things to the table to, spotlight that. And that, last but not least, we will have a nice, robust Q&A session. So we're not going to speak for, 55 minutes and then only leave 5 minutes for Q&A. Our goal is to leave, every bit of 15, 20 minutes at the end to allow everybody to either ask any questions about what we have going on, offer any suggestions about things that, you would like to see. And most definitely, any of our, potential members for the future, the opportunity to engage with any manufacturer partners and ourselves as we're on the call. Okay. And we still have quite a few guests joining, so we appreciate them as well. So next slide, please. So let's talk a little bit about who is TICA. So TICA was founded in 1969. Obviously, as I said earlier, the core foundation of TICA was really started heavily through the mobile vending section. Our mission, obviously, is to foster a vibrant ice cream industry by uniting distributors, manufacturers, retailers, vendors through a collaborative network. And our catchphrase is "for the love of ice cream." The association serves as a leading organization in the industry for best practices, solutions, and expertise, as well as networking, which I'll talk a little bit about some of our 2025 convention and also talk about our upcoming 2026 convention, which those 2 items alone, are worth the price for sure. We connect every facet of the industry, whether it's ice cream truck drivers to the industry top corporate leaders. And the ultimate goal, everybody, is just to strengthen and solidify the overall ice cream industry. So obviously, with such a robust group of people, wanted to break down, from a total membership standpoint, we have 126 companies that were represented ending in 2025. Of that, 65 of those individuals and companies were either distributors or mobile vending operators like yourself. We have 38, manufacturers and honorary members, and then service providers, we actually have 23. So, when you think of our industry, yes, we know that we're an ice cream industry. We know that, there's a lot of moving parts, whether it's, everything from a truck decal to the product itself. We really do take a lot of pride in making sure that, we're able to have a robust collection of members to cover a lot of different facets of the things that may be needed. So as an example, in that service provider section, you could find everything from insurance to, actual truck bodies to actual wraps for truck vehicles. So, it's not just about, hey, what's the next greatest ice cream that may be coming out? Really, we try to cover all aspects of whatever may be needed from a mobile vending aspect and other portions of the ice cream industry itself. So that's just a little overview on who is TICA. In the appendix and last part of the presentation, I did leave very helpful links to the website where you can explore and get a lot more out of, some of the things that you may have some questions on, or obviously you feel free to ask questions at the end. Next slide, please. So let's talk about a few of the goals that we have. So I want to take everybody through, and this, is for everybody on the call, not only, potential members for the future, But there are a lot of current members that may be saying to themselves, what's been going on with the mobile vending and what's been happening? So first and foremost, safety. I think it's fair that everybody can agree that from a mobile vending standpoint, safety is always top of mind. We've done some things like recreated some videos and recreated and took from DVD to actual link and digital content on some of the older safety videos that we do have. We also, with the help of Tasha and Mama P, we're working on a centralized source that members will be able to go to. Imagine a world that you can drill all the way down to your county, all the way down to your city, and have very helpful links and tools in regards to safety resources or laws that may be within your particular region. We all know that, with mobile vending, laws can vary from state to state. They can vary from county to county. They can vary from city to city. Ultimately, our goal is to provide a resource center that, whether those laws change, whether they stay the same, to point everybody in the right direction so that you at least have somewhere to go to know whether or not you're up to date on current items or know whether or not there are things that maybe you need to get up to date on. So it is a very interactive kind of website tool that we're looking to create. Mama P and her family have been really, really hard at work in this, and we hope to have that rolled out within the next 30 to 45 days. But I have seen it, and I can assure everybody it is very user-friendly and definitely should help with the overall segment of staying up to date as far as safety and what may be relative to your respective city. The next thing that we have been working hard on is POS. So we understand that there is a very, very high need for POS, whether that be safety signs and safety, things that are needed for decals, all the way down to actual decals for product and decals for trucks for people to know and understand. So the goal ultimately this year is to maybe try to help streamline some of that through the collaborations of the manufacturer partners and the distributors. Because ultimately we would like to think of a world that, hey, if it's something related to a piece of POS that's needed for a vending truck or needed for the mobile vending community, ultimately that should be available and there should be a resource to help get that, whether that's through your distributor, whether that's through direct manufacturer, or whether that's through TICA itself. So, over the years, I think that there's been some resources put towards this, but we're really committed and really trying to gain traction to ensure that whatever piece of POS may be needed, it's available and it's ready. And if it's not available, we figure out a way to get that available for members within the association. The next thing we have is manufacturer collaboration. You're witnessing that firsthand today on this call. Again, thank you to all the manufacturer partners that have joined, but it's such a great world, not only at the convention, but even throughout the year. If there is a question on a Wells product, if there is a question on a Mars product, the Riches product, that you're able to have a resource to be able to ask those questions and get answers to those without having to jump through hurdles. So we do see that as a major benefit, and I will be working with our team in collection with the manufacturer team to draw that resource a little bit closer together. So obviously operators, we know that when you're on the truck and when you're busy, things come up. You may or may not remember to ask some of those things, but ultimately our goal is to be a resource and a guide for manufacturer operator collaborations, as I said earlier, for the love of ice cream. The next thing that we are working on, and this one is kind of near and dear to my heart, in the world of data, it's key because we may think that we know what industry trends are. We may think that we know what consumer trends are. We may think that, hey, I sell this item off of my truck or I sell this item as a distributor, but the data sometimes tells us different. And as an association, we do an excellent job in regards to knowing what trends are in a convenience store, knowing what trends are in a grocery store, knowing what some of the consumer, trend spends are. But I can't say that we've ever dug deep down to the data level for mobile vending. So ultimately, our goal is to work with the manufacturer partners, work within TICA, and understand and be able to provide some of that data back to the members to say, hey, members that know and understand the channel, maybe you think that people are looking for this item when in reality trends are saying they're looking for something different. Or maybe peak time to go out to a particular area or neighborhood or this time, but data trends show that there may be a difference in that. So ultimately, as I said, I think we've done a really good job of understanding data maybe for some other channels, but whether it be through Square, whether it be through, some of the other resources that we know mobile vendor operators have, we want to be able to back into some of that data and provide better trends to help with your sales and help with your overall business in itself. So that's going to be one that we continue to work towards this year. And last but not least, the seminar and breakout sessions. So again, you're witnessing some of that firsthand as we sit here today. Every year at the convention, we do try to have a breakout session for the mobile vending side of our business. But ultimately, we want to create more, potentially not only at the convention, but also through, webinars and through situations like this. So this is where, we could use the advice of people on the call to say, hey, I'd like to learn more about this particular situation, or hey, if we ever thought about maybe having a speaker or holding a session over this trend. So these are all things that as we go into the balance of this year and going forward, we want to provide more training and more breakout type seminars like this to help anybody in the mobile vending community. And that could be through professional speakers and professional companies, and that investment, being made by the TICA team and the association. So this is just kind of a snapshot. I hope that, everybody can kind of see that, yes, we may not talk every day. And yes, we may have some potential members on the call that don't know too much about us yet. But ultimately, we are hard at work to try to add as much value as we can for the mobile vending section and for any and everybody that is willing to, participate. So these are 5 goals that we have right now. Ultimately, like I said, they could lead to more based on feedback that we receive. So most definitely, we are looking forward to challenging ourselves to be better and do better in regards to, providing resources for members. So with that, I will turn it over to Ms. Jamie Torres to kind of go through some of the Magnum Ice Cream Company initiatives and some of the things that are in scope. So Jamie.
Thank you so much, Daryl. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Jamie Torres with Magnum Ice Cream Company, and I'm super excited to be presenting here today. I've been with Magnum Ice Cream a little over a year now, but I've spent more than 25 years in the ice cream world. 20 of those working directly with mobile vending channel. I have experience with permitting, truck build outs, route operations, special events, warehouse visits, meeting with health inspectors. If it involves wheels and ice cream, I'm all about it. Now I get to bring my experience into my new role, supporting emerging channels and mobile vending at Magnum Ice Cream, which has brought me to today, getting to present to all of you. So a huge thank you to the Ice Cream Association, also known as TICA, for hosting today's webinar. I've been a proud member for about 5 years now, and it's inspiring to see how much energy they're putting behind mobile vending. So on my agenda today, we're going to talk about you, our wonderful mobile vending operators. We'll walk through our shared history, the initiatives we're building, the value of our Ice Cream Association membership, what's coming in 2026, and then we'll close with Q&A. I'm thrilled you're here. Let's dive in. Next slide. Now that I've introduced myself, I want to shift to something more important, you and what you do. We know how valuable mobile vending is to our business. What you do every day is magic, and science actually proves it. When your truck pulls up into a neighborhood, you activate one of the strongest memory systems in the human brain, multi-sensory memory. The music, the visuals, the smell, the taste of the ice cream, it all fires at once. The brain stores that moment more deeply and attaches a positive emotional charge to it. That's what becomes nostalgia. Not just remembering a moment, but reliving the feeling of it. That's why adults hear music decades later and instantly feel like kids again. And beyond nostalgia, ice cream literally creates happiness. In 2005, Unilever conducted a study where neuroscientists used MRI scans and found that just one spoonful of ice cream activated the brain's pleasure centers. It's the same area triggered by winning money or hearing a favorite song. And importantly, the action wasn't just from sugar or dairy alone, it was from ice cream specifically. So when we say mobile vendors deliver happiness, it's not a slogan, it's a science. You are memory makers, everyday magic makers, and that's why mobile vending matters. Next slide, please. All right, let's take a quick trip back in time and celebrate the pioneers of mobile vending, the folks who rolled joy right up to people's front door long before GPS, apps, or even modern freezers. On this slide, you can see just how deep our roots go. We're talking over a century of mobile vending ice cream history, from the Good Humor ice cream man in 1920, all the way through evolving vehicles and carts that carry frozen treats to neighborhoods across America today. Technology changed, vehicles changed, brands changed, but the mission stayed the same. Bring joy directly to people where they live, where they work, and play. When you carry our products on your trucks, you're not just selling ice cream, you're carrying forward a legacy families recognize, trust, and feel emotionally connected to. Our brands have shaped childhood memories for generations, and that nostalgia is incredibly powerful. It's one of the biggest reasons consumers still stop, smile, and pick up a treat when they see that familiar logo. So as we look at these snapshots from the past, think of them as a reminder. Mobile vending isn't just a business model, it's a tradition, one that you're helping write the next chapter of every day. Next slide. Now that we've, catching up. Now that we've visited the past, let's talk about where we are as a company today. This is an incredibly exciting time for us and for our partners that are with us. In 2025, Unilever spun off its entire global ice cream division to create the Magnum Ice Cream Company, the world's largest standalone ice cream company. Their independence means that we can innovate faster, think bigger, and focus 100% on ice cream. We're designing more fun, more shareable moments, and more exciting products than ever. Mobile vending plays a meaningful role in how we reach consumers, where they're already enjoying life, events, festivals, neighborhoods, places where ice cream naturally belong. This is a channel packed with opportunity, and we're excited to invest in it as part of our broader growth strategy. Next slide. I want to highlight the value of our membership with the Ice Cream Association. This is an organization unlike any other. Where else can you find manufacturers, distributors, retailers, vendors, and direct competitors all coming together under one mission, a mission built around strengthening the ice cream industry as a whole for the love of ice cream. And that's something I've always admired. That brings me to a great example. Recently, through my involvement with TICA, I received anonymous operator feedback about our vending decals. The concern was that some of our decals weren't holding up. They were wrinkling, warping, and just not looking as good as they should. This kind of honest, constructive feedback is exactly why we value this community. Because of that feedback, we were able to improve the material thickness for better UV resistance and upgraded the adhesive to withstand temperature changes and peeling. That's the value of this organization. Real collaboration, real feedback, real improvements that help the entire mobile vending community. Next, please. Now let's talk about some of our recent investments in mobile vending. All of these are past initiatives, but they're still great examples of how committed we are to helping this channel thrive. First of all, we have point of sale support, menu boards, decals, and signage to help your trucks look sharp, professional, and eye-catching. In 2020, the classic ice cream jingle got a glow up. We partnered with RZA from Wu-Tang Clan for a refreshed, modern, more inclusive jingle that's more reflective of the joy and community spirit mobile vending brings. In 2023, we partnered with Jiffy Lube for the Keep Summer Rolling program. This partnership helped keep trucks on the road, providing maintenance vouchers to help mobile vendors stay on the road and avoid breakdowns. In 2024, we had the Neighborhood Joy Grant Program, bringing support for equipment upgrades, route improvements, and help to offset rising operator costs. One important note, some operators told us they didn't know about these programs. We want to fix that. I'll share my contact information at the end of this presentation. Please reach out to me to be part of our future communication. These initiatives make a bigger difference when you know about them, and we want to make sure you do. Next slide, please. Looking ahead, our commitment to mobile vending is only growing. Here's what we're working on now. We have dedicated funding for 2026 to strengthen the mobile vending channel. We're continuing our point of sale support, including updated decals, which are available through your local distributors. We have new internal investments. That means more people like me are bringing more expertise and expanding internal focus specifically on mobile vending and single-serve novelty innovations. In other words, more brains, more hands, more ideas working for you behind the scenes. We also have new partnership opportunities. Our team is exploring new ways to collaborate, engage, and support mobile vending operators nationwide. We're thinking creatively across industries to unlock opportunities that benefit the entire channel. We'd love to share more about this with you directly. Please reach out after the webinar for more information. And we have unique format and innovation items for 2026 and even more planned for 2027 and beyond. We're not just proud to be a part of the history of mobile vending, we're investing in its future, and we can't wait for you to be part of everything that's coming next. Next slide, please. Now for the fun stuff, 2026 innovation. First up, the Reese's Ice Cream Candy Bar. This bar has everything. Real peanut butter ice cream, real Reese's peanut butter, and crunchy peanuts, all covered in chocolate. It's basically the best part of a candy bar and an ice cream bar in one. And let's be honest, who hasn't tossed a Reese's in the freezer before? Now you don't have to, because we turned that idea into a full-on frozen bar. Reese's is the #1 candy bar in America. Customers already love it, and now they'll get to enjoy it in a brand new frozen way. Go on to the next one. Next, we have the Ben & Jerry's Cookie Dough Ice Cream Bar. Think iconic chunks, everything people love about Ben & Jerry's, but now in a handy bar format. They also bring the value shopper care about, fair trade source, non-GMO, and from a brand with a long history of social impact. Next. Finally, we've got the Popsicle Bluey Face Bar, the item that families are going to go crazy for. It's bright, colorful, made with natural fruit flavors and reduced sugar, and with Bluey being an absolute powerhouse with over $2 billion since 2018 and the #1 most watched show in America in 2024, the timing could not be better. Plus, with the Bluey movie coming in 2027, this item will be perfectly positioned for summer 2026 and beyond. You'll notice this bar is smaller than SpongeBob or Spider-Man, and that is intentional. Popsicle thinks a lot about responsible snacking, especially for younger kids, and because the Bluey audience skews younger, the bar was designed for little hands and little appetites. Fun, exciting, satisfying, and just the right size. One more important call out, Popsicle has a long-standing commitment to using colors from natural sources. They've been doing that for years, long before it became an industry push. It's simply part of what the brand stands for. These items are fun, bold, recognizable, and built to capture attention. We can't wait to get them into your freezers and into your customers' hands. Next. So before we wrap up, I want to make sure we stay connected beyond today. If you'd like updates on new items, promotions, programs, please email me at the email address listed here. I'll make sure you're added to our communication so you never miss something that could help your business grow. So thank you again for spending this time with me today. I'm going to pass it back to Daryl so we can open the Q&A.
Thank you, Jamie, very much. So before we go into Q&A, I did want to give some feedback in regards to our 2025 convention and show some data and some statistics in relation to that. So for 2025, we had a total attendance of 309. We had 40 exhibit booths, close to setting a record, if not a record, on that number. We had a total of 10 networking events, and we had a total of 5 educational sessions. Our 56th annual convention will be in St. Petersburg, Florida, November 2nd through the 4th. More details are being finalized for that. But I'd be remiss if, we didn't highlight some of the manufacturer partners that are on the call along with the Magnum company today. Wells Blue Bunny, Rich's Ice Cream, Tropical, representing Helados and La Chicana Paletas, and Mars Ice Cream. Just a few of the exhibitors and a few of the people that are available at these conventions, and many more. So wanted to give a quick recap of 2025 to maybe set you up and know that, hey, for the love of ice cream, there is a lot of fun at these conventions and a lot of networking that can be done. Okay. So with that, I think we did better. We wanted to leave at least a minimum of 15 to 20 minutes, and we have, looks like more like 25 minutes for our Q&A session. So what will happen at this point, the administrative team will take everybody off of mute, allow cameras. You may have to take your own device off of mute, but at this time, we do want to take any questions, comments, or any feedback that anybody may have for consideration. So with that, I'll open the floor. Feel free to raise your hand, or if there's any comments in the chat, Max, that we need to call out, and we will go from there. So let's rock and roll. And either we did a really, really good job of explaining everything, or we're on the right track.
Don't be shy, guys.
Go ahead, Ryan. I saw a hand raised. Go ahead.
Yeah, boss. Hey, I was a goofball and missed the first 20 minutes, aka most of the presentation.
That's okay.
Is this going to be recorded and available to access later?
Excellent question. It will. So we will be converting this over to what will probably be a YouTube type link. So that way, everybody that, maybe does not have the availability to visit our website and member login yet, we will make sure that, this is recorded as it has been. We will make sure that it is posted for everybody to be able to view and see for a later date. And we will also make sure that the presentation itself is sent out so everybody can actually see some of the data and see some of the information that was in the presentation for anybody that's on the call today. So good question.
Thanks, Joe.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, member since 97. Took a while to get the safety video back. Have you considered bringing back the tips and techniques video that was produced a while back?
Yes, another excellent question. So our TICA team at headquarters, they have been in the archives. I can tell you a quick funny story. We actually had one of the counties, I forgot exactly where it was, they actually had our safety video on DVD and their DVD player broke. So they got a hold of us to see if there was another digital copy somewhere. Luckily, we did have it. We are working to kind of revamp everything, James, to be honest with you. So anything in the archives, anything related to safety that was there, we're taking a second look at that. I know that we've recreated some of the documents that were there, but definitely from a video standpoint, tips, all of those things are being, I almost want to say reinvented. We don't want to reinvent the wheel completely, but there's some good solid information there that, we can build on and continue to learn on.
I have customers that certainly appreciate both the safety and the tips and techniques video that come to me from all over the country that have never seen either one and sit down that was worth a half hour.
Absolutely, absolutely, definitely. We know that you have been at the forefront of safety, James. So I do want to give a shout out to you for
Yeah.
holding us accountable for keeping safety top of mind. It does not go unnoticed.
Okie doke.
All right. I see a couple of questions in the communication session and the chat. So, Mark Davison, how about contact information for other manufacturers? That is available. We will look at, whatever resources are there for that. If there's a particular manufacturer that you are looking for information on, feel free to drop that in the chat so we can make sure we cover whatever need you may be looking for, a particular manufacturer in scope. Okay. I'm seeing some other questions about membership rates. So, Gina, do you mind explaining some of the membership rate details?
Yes, and I also, sorry, I'm sharing my screen too, so I can't get back to it, but I shared the link to our membership rates page on our website, the TICA website. So that is in the chat for you to access there.
Perfect. Perfect. And it will be on the presentation that's sent out. There are quick links on the presentation, as I noted, in regards to, membership rates, in regards to convention details, in regards to who is TICA. There are helpful links that will be available in the presentation side as well. I have a question from Danielle. Daniela, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So the question is, you just started your bus and your ice cream journey was brick and mortar. So do you have to be a member to go to the trade show? And the answer is yes, you do have to be a member. We do have reduced member rates for mobile vending. We are looking at, some of those rates as well. So membership details can be found online, but if there's something in particular that is not answered from an online standpoint on the membership rate, feel free to, like I said, email the headquarter team directly, or follow up with anybody, post this call and we can get you any more details. But yes, you do have to be a member to attend the show.
Daryl, I think we have some hands up too.
Yeah, you guys can see the hands. Go ahead, Jamie. Take whatever hand.
So, Julene, did we answer? No, we have not answered your question, or?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Okay, great. So I used to be a member. I started my business in 2022, and Tasha was really great and an advocate for the organization. And so I joined, I went to the convention, and at that time, it really wasn't geared toward mobile vending. And I really didn't get much out of it. I did enjoy the convention part, like being able to go in and see different manufacturers and talking with them. I thought that was really valuable. And to be able to actually speak with manufacturers was huge to me. I thought that was a really great opportunity. But the classes and stuff were more geared toward like 7-Eleven and distributing and things like that. So I'm really excited to see that you guys are moving in this direction. I don't know how many distributors are on this call, but it looks like there's 38 people. That looks like a great way to grow your membership pretty quickly. I do know that membership cost seems a bit high for me. I have 2 trucks, and I'm in California. I'm struggling with, insurance, and California is just a struggle bus. So, but it is a little steep. Have you guys considered talking or taking a poll to find out like what kind of price point would be good for vendors?
So I could tell you, Jolene, and I'll let Daryl speak more to this, but he did mention that this year we are getting additional funding to lower the cost of the membership for mobile vendors. Daryl, do you want to go more into that, or?
Yeah, so more details to come around that. Like I mentioned, totally noted, and we appreciate your feedback for sure in relation to being past versus kind of what you see for future. And ultimately, that is one of the goals. I mean, anytime anybody is paying for anything, no matter what the cost is, you want to see a value in that. And you want to know that, it's something that's worth whatever that investment may be. So I know that, we've taken everybody through a quick overview of some of the things that we're looking at for this year. So really for us, it's more than just the convention. It's more than just, the annual fee. It's really being able to give as many resources that we can to make that fee seem attractive and seem, something that, many people would maybe not see as, being excessive. So I can tell you, as an executive team on the board of directors, there have been discussions around the fee. There have been some generous donations that have been made that we'll be able to kind of take a look at that a little bit more in detail. So while I don't have a exact answer here today on the call, I can commit to you and say that from a standpoint of the fees and scope, there are potential things that may be there, but we do hope that you would look at that fee as being something that definitely is value in what you would get back from the association as well from a long-term standpoint.
Thank you. I'm just gonna answer one more that I see right in the chat. Mike can't get Mike working. Magnum, any marketing promo materials? It's been years. Anything new? All my hats and shirts and umbrellas are falling apart. Hi, Mark. Yes, absolutely. Please reach out to me. I'll get with you on who your distributor is, and we'll start working on getting some support to you. We also have a hand up. I'm trying to go in order. So we have a hand up. Ashley?
Hello, everybody. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
I see a lot of friends on here. I just wanted to, I know back at the convention last year, there was a discussion on putting up resources and stuff for mobile vending customers, and me being a print shop and doing POS stuff and custom menu boards and things like that. Is there something that I should be doing to make myself visible to our community of ice cream lovers and all things so they can find me? Or is that something you guys are doing for us? Or basically, how can I be more of a benefit and make your guys' life easier?
Yeah, no, thank you for that. And you actually are on my radar. We have a few more things that we're talking about internally to align on as far as POS and as far as needs and as far as how do we get kind of a centralized source for that. So you have not been forgotten by any means. We just haven't quite got to the point of, bringing you directly in scope. So trust me, you'll be contacted sooner than later once we have a little bit better handle on some of the needs that are out there and what scope that may be.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Next, I got Cindy Bennett.
Hi. We are located in Georgia and have a lot of Indian nationality customers. Does any of these companies carry the coffee that that nationality likes?
I know we have some manufacturer partners on the call. Are there any manufacturers on the call that can maybe speak to that directly?
Cindy, was that a specific brand you mentioned?
Yes, I believe you spell it Kulfi.
Okay. Cindy, I don't know directly if we can answer that today, but I am making a note of that.
Okay.
And through your registration, we have your information. So we will follow up and see and get you a reply back on that. Okay. I apologize. We may not have anybody on the call representing that particular manufacturer side, but it's a good question. And that kind of goes to, some of the data and some of the stuff that I talked about earlier. In regards to, whether it's regional, whether it's national, what are people looking for? What, items that maybe we aren't thinking about that should be in scope? So thank you for that question. And if you don't mind, we can follow up and see if we can find some information on that and follow back up with you.
Yeah, that would be great, because I know they go to the Indian supermarkets and purchase it. And I'm thinking, well, we're going to be in their neighborhood. If I can offer it, then that's great. They do like the mango paletas.
Okay.
And I buy those from a local company here in Norcross, Georgia.
Okay.
So thank y'all for doing this, and I'll wait to hear from you.
No
Thanks
problem.
for
Thank
raising
you.
the question, Cindy. In the chat, I've got, hey, Jamie, when will Bluey be available in the Northeast? We are targeting 5/1 for the rollout. And better quality point of sale stickers. I believe the distributors are, if they haven't already, supposed to be receiving updated decals for this year within the next 30 days. But if you in the Northeast, Jason, if you want to mention or reach out to me after this call, then I'll make sure we can work through your distributor to get you all taken care of.
Good deal. Danielle, I did see another question in the chat, and Max or Gina at headquarters team, if there are still any hands up, please help us out here. But Danielle had asked,
Indiana, there's one hand up.
okay, let me get through this question.
Folder.
Okay, let me get through this question, and then we'll touch base with that. So, Southern Florida area looking for ice cream distributors for Danielle. I know that there are several in the Southern Florida area. So Danielle, we do have that note. I did want to acknowledge that, and we'll send you some information post this call on some distributors in that area. Okay. Go ahead, Max. You've got a couple of hands up.
Yeah, we got a couple up.
Go ahead.
Chris, you want to go?
Hey there. I just wanted to say hello from Canada.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Right? The long lost, forgotten country up here. Hey, Jamie, I just wanted to say thank you for that presentation. It's really exciting to see some new products come out. You're formerly Unilever. I find that a lot of the products that Unilever is carrying is stagnated right out. So it's nice to see that you guys have, put some innovation behind your product lines, and you're trying to get creative after years of just stagnating out. So it's really, really exciting for me to see that, and it must be exciting for you to see that as well.
I've been in ice cream a long time. I'm so excited. And honestly, I've seen the funnel for 2027, 2028. And trust me, they have our ear on what we need for mobile vending. And I'm really excited about what's to come.
So Jamie, I did want to note, I've noticed a lot of licensing agreements when it comes to, maybe some of the face pops, maybe example Bluey. Don't extend up to Canada, and it's a little discouraging. So I would really love to see some of these licensing agreements that you guys make for some of these face pops and so on and so forth, to extend up to Canada, so we can sell them as well. That's one thing that I did want to bring up and note. And second thing that I wanted to note as well is getting a hold of some fun merch. I know back in the day, as part of your advertising campaign budgets, ice cream companies would come out some really cool things like clocks and watches and umbrellas and hats and some fun stuff that ice cream vendors could hand out to customers and whatnot. And it would be really nice to see manufacturers put some R&D into that type of thing again. I think it would be a great way to market. I do find that you guys had great marketing campaigns back in the day on television, and within the stores, the POS, and it really spoke volumes to the older crowd, hence why a lot of the older generations know your guys' brands. But unfortunately, in having little children myself, they have no idea, no emotional connection to your guys' brands at all. And I really do feel deep down that if you guys really focused in on some fun, innovative digital marketing programs for some of your new stuff, and also to really hammer down on merch, I think you guys would really start to speak volumes to that younger generation again. Just thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback. And I mean, speaking on behalf of Magnum, I can tell you your timing couldn't be more perfect. Before I had this call, I was on the call with somebody else about some unique opportunities in exactly what you're asking for. So, and I know that I've got some teammates on this call, which are probably laughing because we were just on a 30-minute call prior to this one about something really exciting and as far as merchandise goes. So thanks for that feedback.
Nice. That's super exciting. Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for bringing that up, because I do also want to note, I mean, from a face bar standpoint, we do have, other manufacturer partners on the phone that definitely can take note of that. I know that there, are like several wells, for example, face bar licensing and changes. And so definitely something to look into as far as the, Canadian side. I don't even know, maybe Stephanie Sharp or Mark Hagan from Wells, are you on the call to maybe help address some of those questions or maybe answer some of those things? They may not be.
Hi. Hi, I'm here. It's
Okay.
Stephanie Sharp. Yeah, thank you for inviting us on this call as well. And there is quite a bit that we're working on as well on our end as far as merchandising and some POS. And we do, every year have a t-shirt promotion that we do. We do have banners and stuff, but we have an exciting new addition to our marketing department, and she has a lot of ideas and things like that. So we definitely have things in the works as well, and are excited to get that up and running. So thank you.
I just want to take a second to say hi to Stephanie because she is one of my direct competitors that I'm friends with through TICA. So hi, Stephanie.
Yes. Hi, Jamie. Great
For the
job
love,
today.
for the
Yes.
love of ice cream,
For the
everybody.
love of ice cream.
Yes.
It's
But
all
no,
family here.
it's a really
Yes.
good point, team. I mean, this is what this call is about. I mean, it's not about competition. It's not about, hey, Magnum only or Wells only. All the questions that I've heard so far are exactly what, as an association, we encourage. It doesn't matter what the brand is. What matters is, are we doing the right thing for the channel? Are we doing the right things that, get the people the resources that they need? Are we doing the right things that, provide the, data and provide the, things that make a movement for ice cream in general? And so I can promise you there are probably no other associations out there that competitors can come together on a call like this and say hi and wave hands and, just know that it really is intended to be for the good of our full association and the value that we want to try to bring to every member that's a part of it. So, kind of going back, even, from a cost standpoint, it's really priceless to be able to give valuable input, know that it's being taken seriously, and know that, something will be done with that to help the better of, the channel and the better of everything associated with that. So, most definitely a lot of good questions. I definitely will make sure that this chat, because the chat blew up on us, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
The chat got really, really active. So we definitely will ensure that the chat and the transcripts and everything are downloaded. And we're going to take another look at every question again, take another look at, all of the recorded information, and just make sure that we don't leave anybody hanging from some of the things that, we need to follow up with. So do we have any more
It looks
final
like
questions?
Indiana Sweet Treats has their hand up.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hello. So I have two ice cream trucks and I'm working on building a third one. And
Yes,
I
sir.
have two distributors here in Indiana that I buy my ice cream from. Well, I
Okay.
have a couple gas stations, actually 5 of them, that have reached out to me locally that want me to give the ice cream and supply ice cream for their gas stations.
Okay.
One of my distributors highly encourages I do it. The other one says that I can't do that because supposedly they have a contract with the state for gas stations.
Okay.
I don't understand that because both my vendors sell the same products. I can get Blue Bunny or Riches from either one of them.
Okay.
So I was just curious, and I may not be at the right place to even ask this question, but what's stopping me from buying a freezer that says Blue Bunny on it, filling it with product, and selling it to the gas station?
Sure, sure. So no, I mean we're all transparent here. There are no, strange questions. We're in the ice cream industry, so if it's strange and it's ice cream, then we got a problem. So the best advice I can give you, obviously throughout the nation, there are different territories, there are different distributors, there are different methods and different things in place. The best advice that I can give you is to obviously, work within your local distributor. And if two of them are telling you something totally different, then, I would encourage, send your name and information. We have it, on file. Let's maybe follow up. And, that will be something that the manufacturer may have to get involved with if, in fact, it is two different stories coming out. Because historically, within the territories, we do kind of operate under gentlemen's, understanding. But at the same time, we don't want to have conflicting information. So if you've already reached out to your local distributor, you're getting information from two different people, we can maybe help, facilitate and at least, have the manufacturer clarify so that way there's no misunderstandings and there's no confusion between the two distributors in that market. Is that fair?
Yeah, because I don't want to step on nobody's toes, but if they're
Exactly.
reaching out to me and they want to buy ice cream, and we all love ice cream, I want to sell them ice cream.
Understood. Like I said, there's I'm not at liberty to speak on, what, is and what's not. But ultimately, as an association, we definitely can help back into, okay, who has the right for the territory, who, can do what. And there are things in place, I'm sure, that, can give you a solid answer for you to move forward. So if you don't mind, can you repeat your name again?
My name's William Johnson with Indiana Sweet Treats LLC.
Indiana Sweet Treats. Okay, noted. And like I said, go through your local distributors, and if you truly don't get a response, then reach out to the association with the email provided, and we'll see if we can maybe have the direct manufacturer engage and make sure that we get a good solid answer. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
We've got James's hand up.
Oh, yep. Oh, no camera. That doesn't. I'm still as handsome and charming. I was throwing out, I drove an ice cream truck in 1990 and drove a truck for a few years. Then I was a manager and bought it. So if there's anybody out there that's just getting started and wants just some of my advice too, you can just Google Big Bell Ice Cream and give me a call. I'm James. And if I have time, I talk to you. Otherwise, we'll make some time and I'll chat with anybody.
Thank you, James. We appreciate that. Thank you so much for offering that. All right. Well, team, again, that's why we were wanting to leave plenty of time for Q&A. I think that's the, real, structure of what we have here. So it just came up. Next steps came up from somebody on the call. So if you can advance the slide, and what happens from here. So basically what we will do, there's a link here for you to contact the headquarter team. Very similar to, what I just called out to the gentleman asking about, the potential manufacturer, engagement. So if there's any questions that were not answered here, the headquarter team, obviously on the call, their email is associated with the link you see there at the bottom. And then again, we will be emailing out the full presentation and emailing out some next steps as well. The middle is the website, so you can click the middle top link to learn more about TICA. Membership rates, I know rates have come up. Membership rates as they stand as of today are located in the second link. And then the convention, more to come on the 56th convention, more details about that. But most definitely some of the past convention and, some of the information about our convention itself can be located in the link that you see on the top in the very last box. So we certainly appreciate everybody's time today. We hope that, you found this informative. We hope that you were able to ask some questions that maybe you've been holding on to for a long time. And, we did our best to try to answer any of those on the spot. Nevertheless, our goal is to, be a resource ongoing for membership. So, most definitely be looking forward to, some next steps from the committee and from the folks that you saw in the first couple of slides. I do want to say thank you to Max. I want to say thank you to Mama P. I want to say thank you to Jamie, because they definitely have been very instrumental in helping drive the business the right way and do some of these things and bring resources together. So with that, we are at 3 o'clock. We appreciate everybody's time, and everybody have a wonderful day, for the love of ice cream.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Daryl.
you,
Thanks,
everyone.
Jamie. Thanks,
Thanks,
Meg.
Daryl.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.